Hi, I'm Matthew, and welcome to episode 2 of the Aussie Political Report, the APEC Special. Some of you may be aware that Australia is currently hosting the APEC conference this year. APEC stands for Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, and it was started in 1989 by then Australian Prime Minister Bob Hawke. It's a meeting of world leaders in the region and from outside the region who have influence, when they come together and they talk about issues affecting the region going into the future, and closening ties between the countries. In the time since APEC started, GDP in the region has doubled, absolute poverty has halved, and average applied tariff protections have fallen from 17% to just 5% in real terms. It's a big deal, and as an Australian, it's exciting to see such an event being held in my country. It's the largest and most important meeting of world leaders in Australia's history. It brings together 21 world leaders from the United States, People's Republic of China, Japan, Russia, Indonesia, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, Chinese Taipei, Philippines, Brunei, Hong Kong, South Korea, Papua New Guinea, Malaysia, Chile, Mexico, Peru, Vietnam, Thailand, and of course Australia. Every nation at this meeting has equal say, which is why I love this conference so much. As stated in John Howard's YouTube video in which he introduced APEC's agenda, APEC is the premier forum for facilitating economic growth, cooperation, trade and investment in the Asia-Pacific region. The one drawback, however, has been the intense security measures that have to be implemented in order to protect 21 world leaders. In fact, it's the most strict security since the Sydney 2000 Olympics were held in Australia. Some say it's overkill, but officials insist it's a must for such an important event with so many important leaders. Roads and massive blocks of central Sydney have been closed off, and a 2.5 metre high fence, 5 kilometres long, has been called in to close off what's been called the safe zone. A lot of Sydney-siders are calling it the Great Wall of Sydney. George Bush's arrival in Australia has stepped up the security immensely. He comes complete with a bomb-proof car, Cadillac One, sniffer dogs, snipers on every rooftop in a block radius, police on every block, an entourage of secret servicemen talking into their sleeves, and ambulance workers in chemical suits. The security for him to drive 50 metres down the road of Sydney is unbelievable. It doesn't get any less tight when he went onto the Sydney Harbour. There were secret servicemen on jet skis with waterproof pistols, snipers in the sky, and people were being told to remain 200 metres away from the President at all times. The world's most protected man? Yeah. Perhaps you can see why it's been called Australia's biggest ever security operation, and why some Sydney-siders are a bit annoyed by it. Anyway, back to the detail of APEC. The leaders will discuss a multilateral trading system, climate change, and the Doha round of trade negotiations, which up to this point have failed massively. APEC can, if fully utilised, be a springboard for further deals that will lead to greater relations between nations and greater outcomes on the world stage. Let's hope the outcomes of this Leaders' Week will be fruitful and will lead to better international progress on the challenges facing our world. I'll be reporting events and outcomes from APEC as soon as they come to hand. I trust you will enjoy this series of videos. Bye for now.